Hello, this is Katie. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a very quick card. I need like a going away, coworker got a better job card. So it's going to be like, congratulations. It's going to be super, super basic with really cheap watercolors. I'm pretty sure these are Crayolas. So I have Canson watercolor paper. I have cut it out of a stitched rectangle die from Lil Inker Designs, the second largest one. And I'm just getting the whole paper wet. I just want to make sure it's got enough water on it to blend how I want it to look, versus being dry watercolor paper that soaks up, you know, all of the color. I want this to spread. So what I'm doing is I'm blending the dark blue, I turned it to show you, with some water, so it's pretty watery. And what I'm working at is trying to go from darker to lighter, and I'm not going all the way to the bottom. I am leaving a white section at the bottom. So I'm mixing the lighter blue with some water off to the right in the right little panel of the lid. And these kind of look the same, if not the second one ended up a little darker. So I'm actually taking some black and mixing that with the darker blue to get a darker blue at the top. And then I do have my heat gun plugged in, so I'm going to be running that on it a few times. When you're working with watercolors, I am by no means experienced at all, but from what I've seen and watched and tried to learn, after you dry it and then apply more and more layers, it just looks a lot cooler as you go. So I can dry that up and then I can get it even darker by doing more. And so I kind of get the look that I'm going for, not 100%, but it's kind of the right idea. And so then I'm adding white to the light blue because I want it to be light blue. So I'm trying to mix in the white with the light blue. I'm doing this very late and I had like fallen asleep in my chair. My hands were very puffy, which is why I'm not wearing my rings. I took them off because they're very hard to get off, because my rings are not getting bigger and I am, so there's that. So I'm drying it, and it also curled. It was curling weird from the front, so I tried it on the back, but then it curled more in the same direction. So then it went back to the front, and then it curled the way I wanted it to curl in the first place. It was very strange. So I end up grabbing my wider paintbrush, and I get more of the look I'm going for, which was more like broad strokes. I probably should have just started with this brush. And I think my finger ends up adding some blue into the white area where I didn't want it. But I'm pretty sure this is the last. I might try one more, but this might be the last dry. Yeah, so I think I'm done with the watercoloring. So now I need to stamp my sentiment, and I paused to look at a couple other sets. I'm just showing you the die that I used to cut that out. I paused for a second to look at a couple other sets that I have, and I end up going with a different Mama Elephant set because I didn't want to put this whole banner on the card. I just kind of wanted to keep it simple. So I'm just using the congratulations from Bountiful Blessings. I've had the stamp set for a very long time, and I don't use it nearly often enough. So I'm just using Memento Tuxedo Black, and since this paper is all curled up, I'm trying to make sure that I stamp this straight, because it's since it's all curled up at the ends, it's hard to not accidentally stamp. So then I just make sure my area is clean. And on the back side, since it is curled as well, I'm going to lift it up on wide foam tape. But I want to make sure I completely cover it in foam tape because I need this pinned down to the card base. So I fill in all the gaps that I can, and then I end up using that little piece at the end for there. So I'm going to peel all of this off and stick it down to the card, and it works out. It's not completely what I had envisioned, but it will work. And I only had time for a quick card today, so hopefully you guys like it. And hopefully the person getting this card likes it. And I'm not sure what was going on in the middle with the watercolor paper. Maybe it dried up too much. I'm trying to erase the blue smudge. Anyway, so I will see you guys tomorrow for another card. Thank you for watching. Bye.